Hey you guys, I just wanted to come to you guys really quickly and do a video in regards to something that was on my mind. I've been kind of looking at some of the comments under some of my videos because I'll skim through some of them, occasionally. But one thing that I've noticed in the comment section, and then I also get quite a bit of emails as well. And this is not just only amongst women, it's amongst men as well, but mainly amongst women. One thing that I've noticed is, and it's a pattern, it's it goes on quite a bit. A lot of heartbroken women that watch the monthly readings, and it's mainly to see if there's going to be some reconciliation between them and an ex-lover. And 9 times out of 10, it's usually a person that, a man that didn't even treat them good, They were usually, most likely disrespected in the relationship. They didn't feel valued or appreciated. Lots of unrequited love. And even deception, lies, and infidelity. And they're waiting around for this man to come back into their life, only to be disappointed again. Okay? And so I just wanted to come to you guys very quickly and do a video on, a few ways on how to get over an ex, how to move forward from a previous relationship easier, okay? How to deal with the breakup, okay? So the first thing that you want to do at that very moment when you feel depressed, you're feeling sad, you're on the verge of a breakdown, you're crying, or you're ready to cry, you want to stop yourself in that very moment and look at the pros and cons within the relationship that you were in. Okay? Look at the pros and the cons. That's the first thing that you want to do. Then you want to be honest with yourself and ask yourself, do the cons outweigh the pros? Because this is very important. A lot of us are in relationships where the cons are outweighing the pros, and you're just in a relationship because it's convenient and you don't want to be by yourself. You don't want to feel lonely, right? Okay, the third thing that you want to do is look at your own self-worth. This is very, very important because I find that a lot of people don't look at their own self-worth. Okay? They don't value themselves. I mean, did you feel valued in the relationship that you were in? Appreciated, loved, respected? Or did you feel unappreciated, neglected, disrespected? Was there unrequited love? Were there patterns of lies, deception, disrespect, and infidelity? Were there unkept promises? Was the relationship running on promises? Because it's very important that we look at not the promises. Promises aren't, of course, always kept. So it's important that a person is acting on their promises. And what's even more important than acting on your promises? Because actions speak louder than words, but patterns speak even louder. Okay? So if you're in a relationship where you've been disrespected multiple times, you've been lied to multiple times, okay? You felt unappreciated multiple times, okay? You felt neglected multiple times, okay? You didn't feel valued or respected throughout the relationship, on and off. Then this is a problem. It's a major problem because that says a lot about your partner and how much they value you if they can disrespect you on and off throughout the relationship. Okay. Neglect you throughout the relationship. Okay. Lie to you throughout the relationship. This not only says a lot about their character, but it says a lot about you as well for you to tolerate it, right? Were you even happy in the relationship? Again, were you even happy in the relationship? Was it fulfilling? Emotionally fulfilling? Okay. Were you receiving all, if not all, the majority of the things you felt were and are most important in a relationship? Because a lot of us, we go into a relationship and we just accept whatever is given to us. You know, oh, whatever. It's you know, I love this person, regardless to whether or not they're giving me everything it is that I feel is most important in a relationship. They're here with me. It is what it is. I don't want to be by myself. So I'll just accept whatever. Right? And that right there is one of the most unhealthiest choices and decisions that a person can make in a relationship, is to just disregard what they feel is most important in a relationship and be in a relationship that's unfulfilling. Okay? Sometimes, and I'm not even going to say sometimes, you need to be bougie. You need to be confident. Sometimes you need to be what some people may consider to be a bitch or self-centered or into themselves, overconfident. Because people that are, they usually know their self-worth. And they'll never allow themselves to be treated in a disrespectful way or deal with some like a repetitive disrespect or horrible patterns in a relationship. So you need to know your self-worth, especially when you know that a motherfucker didn't even treat you right. Okay? Seriously though. And you know that you deserve better as well. So, if you are sad, mad, depressed, heartbroken, having a breakdown, and you're crying right now, or you have been in the recent past, or you feel like you're about to, at this very moment, you should feel at this very moment ashamed of yourself for not loving you like you should. And that's real. Okay, most people, they start crying. They're looking for a shoulder to lean on. They're wanting someone to talk to when they're feeling depressed about some relationship that the person that they was with didn't even treat them right. And what it all boils down to is that you are not loving yourself the way that you should be loving yourself. Okay, nobody should come before you. A lot of women, they've been in relationships for years, where they were disrespected. They've been abused, verbally, physically, mentally abused. Okay. Husband, boyfriend been cheating on them. They found out about it. Took them back. You know. Some of us in a relationship where you've been wanting something for a long time. Maybe it's that ring or that wedding. that confirmation that you are the one, you know, that just that major commitment, and you've been in a relationship for years, or you even have kids by someone that you've been with for years, and it's something that's important to you. And maybe your significant other has even promised you that they're going to marry you, but as time goes by, it just hasn't happened. It hasn't, and you know that you deserve it, but you continue to stay there. And I can't stand when I see beautiful women. They're out here and they're just waiting around for either a man to come back to them that has moved on. They're in a totally different relationship, a completely different relationship, and they just waiting around for that man to either break up with that woman, for something to take place. They'll contact me for, you know, workings to break the man and the woman up so that they can get that man back. And it's just like, don't you value yourself? You know, the best thing, I'm gonna keep it real with you. In my past relationships, I may have started off feeling sad initially, but then as time goes by, I check myself very quickly and I say, wait a minute now. I start weighing out the pros and the cons, and I say to myself, you know, the relationship was okay, but at the same time, so I'm a fucking queen, okay? I deserve this, and that. I feel like there should have been more of this, you know? And I know that I deserve it, and I know that I can find it too. I know that I'll draw that to me as long as I stay on that frequency of a love. Okay? As long as I continue to have the confidence that I do have, there's nothing's gonna be drawn to me besides someone that's gonna respect me. And if I end up drawing something towards me that's not on the same frequency as me, or that doesn't value me like I value myself, then it'll be easy for me to walk away from that situation, right? So, ladies and even men, gentlemen, before you decide to start crying and going on a breakdown, you know, breaking down and getting depressed and angry, first be upset at yourself for allowing someone to come into your life that didn't value you. But then also be upset at yourself because you didn't value yourself. Okay? Now, I'm not saying be totally unemotional, but don't just be, I think that some people are just completely over emotional, over the top. You know what I'm saying? When they don't need to be, it's not necessary to be. Now, if you were in a relationship with someone and they treated you really well, you can really reflect and look back on the relationship and you really feel like that person was good to you. You felt secure within the relationship. You felt loved and respected, valued. Okay? Then that is something to be in the if the relationship ended, then that is something to be upset about. But it's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? People come into your life and they're there for a season. They're there for a reason, to either teach you a lesson or maybe they'll be there for life. But everything will take place in divine timing. All right, you guys. So I just wanted you guys to think about that, resonate on that. I know that the Mercury retrograde, which is coming December the 3rd, we're in the pre-shadow phase. So I know a lot of people are already feeling that energy of stagnation within their relationships. Maybe the communication isn't all that great. Maybe there's been some ups and downs, because when I went through all the zodiac signs, I was seeing that a lot of people were kind of going through some issues, a lot more issues than what there were in the previous month. So, you know, just look to your self-worth, have that confidence, start working on your self-love, and you'll always come out on top when you put yourself first. All right, you guys, I'll see you guys here in a couple of days for your December love and romance bedroom boom tarot readings. All right, you guys, stay blessed. Ashe.